The orange shows up, but the red does not. What is that?
I don't know.
Do you see anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna experiment.
Oh, that's good. No idea what it was.
Yeah, but see, now my skin looks really fucking pale, but the eyeshadow looks better. What in the hell? What is going on?
Orange.
I just.
That one.
Yeah, but
Too dark. That's good.
okay. There has to be a way to get into the camera to. I don't know. Fix it some kind of way.
Mm.
Figure it out. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Somebody say hi or something. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Words Have Power Murder Hour. There may be a deal of hacking from me, like coughing. I'm still getting over the cold. So, you never know how these things are going to go. Are there going to be people on here or not? Being such a small channel, you just don't know.
No. I'm going to share it on Twitter, so maybe people might be coming in a minute late. Maybe we're a minute early. What do you want to talk about?
God, there's so much going on in the world that I don't even know. I don't know. I was hoping people would jump on here and say what they want to talk about. Hi, more people. How you doing?
What's that?
How you doing today?
¿Cómo se va? For our friends in Canada.
I'm surprised you didn't say ¿Qué pasa?
That's Spanish. ¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó? Right. We had one, we lost one. We had one, we lost one. YouTube is weird. It is really weird. So if you've just subscribed, check and see if you still have your subscribed on for us, because
Ring the bell notifications.
YouTube is weird.
Really weird.
Yeah, I was worried about butterfly kisses all day. And I'm hoping that maybe she jumps on here and says how she's doing.
Yeah, it would be nice to talk to her again.
Yeah. She's probably busy though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm working on videos. I have so much to do for the, especially for the paranormal videos.
Yeah.
A lot to do.
Episode 8 of Makeup and Murder came out today. Financial abuse.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Really?
At 5 a.m.
Right on. That's a big one. That's a big one. As we saw our last live stream, financial abuse can be, especially if your significant other decides to leave just randomly and they have control over all the finances and you have children to take care of. That is scary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We're basically just waiting for more people to come on. Hopefully get a conversation going.
Yep. We want to talk to you guys and gals, women, men,
people.
whatever.
So yeah, I've been doing research for the paranormal videos, and it's really frustrating and interesting. There isn't a lot of information about the indigenous people who were here before the Europeans. It's kind of typical. and just all of the beginning history of New Orleans. I don't even know why Europeans settled here to begin with, like here in particular.
And you mean New Orleans?
Yeah.
River.
Yeah, I know that. I get that. But like this particular spot, just weird. It's so weird how the lighting makes me look. But you look fine.
You both look normal.
I look paler than usual, which is saying a lot. I mean, I'm pale. I get that. But damn, really?
Light the fire as Gondor calls for aid.
Wait, what?
Light the fire as Gondor calls for aid.
Are you speaking English?
Yes. Yes, I am.
When you get a text and you're doing a live stream. Just saying. I was just going to say something, and then I completely blanked on what I was going to say. Hold on. All right, so in the terminology videos,
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I did so many. I know. There's two mices, and I'm confused.
Two nieces.
Mises. Waiting for the computer to come up. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Say hi.
What would you like for us to talk about?
Hello. Wake up. Thank you. I just ordered some more makeup, some more ColourPop. I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Should be on the 21st.
Yay.
Yay.
What the? Oh, right. I can
Research version.
all of that off.
Oh, hey,
except
Leanne.
Hey, what's up, Leanne? How you doing?
We dancing? Was I doing a jig on screen again?
I was dancing a little bit, yes.
Okay. Maybe both.
Because I'm so excited about the paranormal videos. What, baby? Milk. Which one of that? Yeah, so I've done, oh Lord, so many of the terminology videos. And I have quite a few left to go. Just when you think you're close to the end, or close to the, close-ish to the end of a project you're working on, and then you realize, no, no, I am not close. I have way more to go. But the paranormal videos, oh, I'm so excited about those. I have a lot of the research is going good. Very frustrated with looking at the indigenous culture that was here prior. But there's something more that I'm going to be doing with that. So I'm really excited about that. I just have to pull everything together. And I will not allow myself to look at any other paranormal videos on YouTube because I don't want to be influenced, if that makes sense. But whatever. So yeah, it really bothers me that the red eyeshadow is not showing up. I have red. This is like a New Orleans sunset kind of look. The red and the purple are not showing up at all. The orange is. The yellow isn't really. No. It all looks orange.
You talking about makeup?
Yeah, it's irritating. I mean, I don't even understand. My skin defies logic.
Logic defies logic.
My top goes really well with my eyes. Well, I figured since it looks orange on the screen,
I think you meant your eye color.
Oh, right on. Right on. Although this sweater is so old that it's kind of getting threadbare, so
It's almost transparent.
yeah, I will wear clothing until it falls apart, and then I'll try to fix it.
You can see her skin.
Oh my goodness. Right on, right on. How you doing? We were hoping that Butterfly Kisses would jump on here and let us know how she is. I hope she's okay.
Hmm. Yeah, an episode specifically pertaining to her situation popped up at 5 a.m. this morning
Yeah.
on our channel.
Well, there are a few that probably, let's see, financial abuse, social abuse.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope she does.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be worried about her.
Isolating.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, why? Why are you texting me when I just told you I'm live? Why?
You guys are
Silly.
texting him even though you're live.
He's making music right now, so.
Gotcha.
Oh boy, it has been like a weird couple of weeks. 4 years, really? It's been just weird. But the past couple of weeks have been very weird. And I heard something earlier that was interesting. Well, if you see her, let her know that, we're rooting for her. I did burn some sage. We're hoping for the best for her. That's just a rough situation. That's a rough situation. But you know what? He left. She didn't have to try to fight to get him out of her life. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
that is best case scenario. Just,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Hopefully, fingers crossed, much safer for her. Okay. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna.
How are you doing, Leanne?
Yeah, what's going on with you? How you doing? I'm still recovering from that cold I had. I'm still like better. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not bad. 8 more to go.
Nice.
Oh, right on. Are they doing like the actual brick and mortar school or online? Or like a combination? With the plague.
With the pandemic.
YouTube doesn't like it if you say certain words. That's why I'm using certain words.
See, I don't know this stuff.
How do you not know this stuff? I'm teaching him all kind of stuff.
Which is weird, because normally I'm the one teaching her stuff.
That's true.
Like what a simp is. Which in a way, a simp is its own form of abuser. It's exploitation, in a way. Or an attempt to exploit.
There's just... I'm like the old vampire. I keep saying I am like the old vampire who doesn't know what this friggin' helicopter thing is flying around. She has cerebral palsy, so I do the more physical stuff. Yeah, it's brick. Oh, wow.
I hope that they're keeping the kids social distance and wearing masks.
Yes, that would be a good thing. There are 5 people on here.
Hi.
Yay. And when I see other content creators and they have like 2,000 people or whatever, I'm like, that would be insane.
Yeah, imagine the chat at that point.
I can't. I don't.
We'd have to find some way of putting the chat in slow-mo so we'd see
Something.
everything.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, masks and no
The
groups.
groups and 6 feet.
Right.
Awesome. Excuse me.
Still, I don't know. See, I don't see on here where it says slow mo.
Click on it again. Toggle timestamp down. That's not it. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think that might be a Twitch thing. Just wait until we get monetized and people can do super chats.
I mean, if the chat gets huge, they might have to so I can see. But then I don't like that. I don't want people to have to do
Pay
a super
to get our
chat.
attention.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
I've seen
I
people
wouldn't
go
want
from
to.
2 to 2,000. Cool. I would fall on the floor and twitch. That may be a bit overwhelming for my anxiety. I don't know. I don't know about that.
And then I would dick over the stream at that point, like, baby.
I would be kind of shocked if that happened. I don't know. Because we're kind of calm over here. We're kind of low key. We're not doing all the antics and the drama BS and whatever. I don't know. I don't understand people who rely on that too. And then the whole buying subscribers. Because then I don't get it. Then you're not actually really doing anything. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
As appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, well then I could just get better with that. I would get better equipment. Like my laptop is basically a big paperweight for a Word doc, which is fine.
We need to get another computer.
I would just get another PC.
That's what I said.
Because really, I like recording in the other room with the really pretty lights. Those lights are awesome. We need a better chair in there. Yeah.
As soon as the channel takes off, we're actually making money on it. We can move to a bigger place and actually have a dedicated office for doing this.
Then I can have like a whiteboard with all the videos I'm doing, and I can do my huge OCD thing, and like, I don't know. Yeah,
Yes.
Basically I'm using the paranormal research and videos to keep myself from screaming so loud that you hear me wherever you are.
Just make sure you can't hear her screaming all the way in Australia.
Yeah, because the indigenous research is slow going and irritating. The issues of jurisdiction are just
Fucked.
ridiculously complicated. Yeah. What?
She said, so that's what I heard. She heard you screaming.
I mean, you might have. I don't know. Because at one point earlier, I was looking at something, and internally, the scream was basically radiating around my head of just how ridiculously stupid can you be, Like the FBI doesn't want to take it, but local and state don't want to take it, but the FBI actually is supposed to have that jurisdiction. All the way from Missouri. Oh, right on. Missouri. If I'm not mistaken, there's a res in Missouri that I'll be talking about. Sometimes I just want to reach through the articles I'm reading and choke a bitch. Just, yeah. I don't know.
Who are you trying to joke?
People who don't want to do their jobs.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be who I'm joking. So yeah, doing research on a couple different things. I think I'm gonna dedicate like one day to like the paranormal thing, and then another day to the indigenous, and there's gonna be a lot on my plate. But
you make the videos, so edit them, come up with the schedule for release, and I'll have them posted.
yeah, I don't know. I need to learn to to edit though.
I sent you that Skillshare Photoshop thing.
Yeah, but I learn better when I'm doing.
True.
That's just how I do. And that new program looks really interesting. I want to do stuff where like it's more interesting, like where there are fade-ins and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Sounds like you need to know your bouncers out. Yes, there. Oh, I can't forget the pagan videos too. Yeah. Yes, I will need to balance my sanity with the true crime and the indigenous videos. The true crime indigenous videos. There will be a lot of balancing my sanity, just for mental health. No, it's okay.
You're good. No worries.
I do a lot of my like YouTube watching on my phone too, so it's just easier that way. And a lot of time, it seems like it's easier to like text chat on the phone. To me, I don't know.
And we're all more used to using that style of keyboard now.
Yeah, when I'm watching Charlotte or Emily Z. Baker, I'm usually researching, and then I have them on the I'm researching on the laptop or trying to, and I'm watching on the PC so I can text on the typer on the keyboard. I can speak today.
I didn't know we had a typewriter.
I'm old school, all right.
Yeah, I like typewriters too. I think they're freaking awesome. I love them.
Yeah. Autocorrect. I was sending my mom a text the one time, and I don't remember what I was texting, but it said something about carrot fuck, and I didn't notice it, and I sent it, and she was like, "What?" So then it became this like inside joke thing. Thank God my mom's cool with that sort of thing.
Kind of like whenever Agmuntus and Trev, hey kiddo, but instead it turned into Palm Kiddo. And so that was the nickname for a long time.
Yep.
I don't know how my phone autocorrected to Palm Kiddo though.
I mean, how is that even a word? How is that even a thing?
I think it just neglected to autocorrect.
It could be. It does happen. Man, I really like this color a lot.
You wear it like it's candy.
It basically is. It's a good thing it does not have like a flavor because I would eat it.
Or the color doesn't have a flavor?
Well, a lot of lip glosses will have like a flavor or a scent.
I was making a plan in your synesthesia.
So I have more ColourPop makeup coming in. I'm so excited.
And that lip stuff.
What lip stuff?
Didn't you order like a small disc with the...
No, that's eyeshadow, but it's called Color Shop.
Yeah. Okay.
There are certain words I'm afraid to say because if I rush speaking, it sounds like a bad word. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I have like a speech impediment, so sometimes I just have to. If I'm trying to say a word and I can't get it out, I'll just look away and say, fuck. In my head, I'm saying "fuck it," and I come up with a different word. Thank God I'm kind of a walking dictionary.
Yeah, I just have a bad habit of mumbling and talking fast.
Mumbling or mumbling? Or both.
Yes. That was an intended example.
Cloth is one of them. My mom, for the life of her, I love her. I'm not trying to be mean, but she cannot say aluminum.
Our friend couldn't say Massachusetts. Instead, she said Massachusetts.
I had a friend who did that in school and almost got into trouble with the teacher. And clearly she was not trying, and she like turned red and every time my mom would try to, you could tell when she was trying to say aluminum, like aluminum foil, whatever, she'd look at me and be like, "Queen."
The word. You know the word.
The queen knows where to find the parked car at the mall and how to say the words. Oh, that comes out a whole wrong kind of way.
Well,
don't know.
I mean, it's a tool, right? The ones you use whenever you're
Well,
working in the fields.
it is,
Why are
but
you
it's
paying that?
also because it's funny. That's the kind of thing that my mom would laugh uncontrollably for a good half hour. Because once the thought gets in your head,
I don't think there are any words that I have trouble pronouncing, unless you can recall one.
no, not right offhand. My mom has a problem with nuclear.
Nuclear, aluminium.
There was some other word, I can't remember what it was, but I mean, pretty much wherever she went except for work, I was with her. So it would become this thing where there were certain words she couldn't say, and she would just look at me, and I'd be like, huh? I was daydreaming, what?
Baby.
Did you get her milk?
Yes, I did.
She should be falling asleep soon.
My grandmother doesn't say children, she said children. But that's a southern thing.
Well, here, especially in New Orleans, you say children.
Children.
And it's like an everybody thing. And it took me a minute to figure that out because I'm from the north. So, when I moved here and I heard some of the local vernacular, I was like, what? Making groceries? What are you talking about? My dad used to
say
day
wash
wash.
instead of wash.
Yeah, my grandma did that too. Wash. I'm gonna go wash the laundry. And I was like,
Yeah.
what even is that word? Is that a word?
Yeah, in case y'all couldn't tell, I'm the one who made the title for today's episode because I said y'all.
I mean, I picked that up too, though. I've lived here for so long that,
Sure.
When I go up north to, which is rare, but when I go up there to visit family, people look at me like, where are you from? And I'm like, here.
There's y'all, there's all of y'all, there's y'alls.
Yeah, there are different ways of saying that. That can be a cuss word too. It's said just right.
Ooh, y'all. Y'all.
Yep. Just like bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Bless your innocent soul. There's so many different ways to say that
Bless
one
your
too.
poor sweet heart.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard to stop cussing, but sometimes it's so hard. So hard.
I cursed a lot more whenever I got back from the military. This change I have valley girl type accident pilot in the country. Everybody's different. Half the people I went to school with had thick country accents, and I'm the only person, one of the very few people from my hometown who practically have no accent.
Yeah, I thought you were not from here when I first met you. Kind of have that no accent. When I moved away from my home city, my birth city, I originally moved to South Florida, and people would look at me weird, and I realized that where I'm from, there's kind of a little bit more of a nasally kind of accent-ish. So I kind of forced myself to not do that. Hey, theater vamp, what you doing? How you doing?
I also picked up calling any male guy and any woman, regardless of age, is female. That's how we were trained in the military to address people. Males are guy, regardless of age. Women are female, regardless of age.
See, I don't like the terms male and female like that. Something about it just.
But we use guy for guys, but female specifically.
Right on. Someday I need to learn how to play guitar, but I have a mountain. I have a mountain of research to do. It is not even, I'm not even joking, all right? Not only did I set myself up for this project I'm working on now, but the 4 other projects as well at the same time. So, go me.
Plug in terms. Oh, yeah, male and female plugs. Yep.
Yeah.
The wallets are the female and the plugs themselves are the male.
Yeah, I don't know. We just got a ring light and we have it plugged in right now to charge.
A
So
Ring doorbell.
yeah, so any people who come up to the door when I'm here, like editing or whatever, I'm gonna mess with them.
What you want?
I'm gonna be like, hey, what are you doing? You know a witch lives here, right? Don't mess around. I'll curse you. I don't really do curses, but
No.
you know.
If it harm none, and only none.
Well, I'm not Wiccan. I am a whole different thing, which cursing is fine in that thing. But I'm like, if I'm gonna do a curse, it's gonna be for a reason.
Mm-hmm. They deserved it. I think I've only ever cursed 2 people.
There are some people that I was very sorely tempted. Well, damn. I mean,
I blame you now, Theater Vamp.
it is your fault. Damn it.
For social experiments.
It could happen. You never know with me.
I took psychology. I might be interested in seeing how things play out.
There was okay, story time. Before I went to the sheriff's department, so I'm actually gonna do a video on this in a bit more detail. But so I walk into this cafe I used to like to hang out at, and I'm grabbing coffee, and I walk in. Now I hung out there all the time, and I knew all the regulars, and I see my friends sitting out there. One in particular, Mike, and he says hi, and I'm like, I'll be out in a minute. I'm gonna grab some coffee. So I go inside, and as soon as I walk inside, this dude is standing at the counter. And this is back in the days when goths had kind of taken over New Orleans, and I was one of them. So this guy was your typical standard goth, whatever. But he turned around and looked at me. And it was like looking into the eyes of a dead fish. Like there was nothing, no light, no, I don't know how to explain it. He looked at me and he did this thing with his head, and I looked at him and I was like, nope. And I turned around and walked out and left. And my friend is like, hey, where are you going? And I'm like, nope, I'll see you later. I left. Hold on. Fast forward a couple of years, and I was working in the sheriff's department. And I walk into the courtroom, and I just went across the way, and I grabbed a cup of coffee, and I had my what do you call it? The clipboard. I had my clipboard with the docket and all the stuff, like all my work on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in uniform, doing my thing. This is my day. It's just a day like any other day. And
Back in the day.
right. And I think I'd gotten to work late for a doctor's appointment. I'm pretty sure I'd gotten to work late on a doctor's appointment. So, which for me, I like to be early. Okay, I'm the early one. I'm the one who's like getting things together when other people are just showing up because they're late. That would be me. So my coworker walks out of the courtroom and he's looking at me weird and he's like, "You're goth, right?" I'm like, "Well, would the black hair be a clue?" Because at the time I had black bobbed hair. And I'm like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "You might not want to go in there, or if you do, you might want to leave real quick." And I'm like, "Okay, are you gonna give me a clue?"
As to why.
Like, there's a lot of cluing that should be going on here. So I walk in and in this courtroom, as you walk in, you're facing the people who are facing the judge, right? So I'm looking at this guy again, eye to eye. He looks at me and tilts his head again. And I'm like, but he's in orange. He's got the cuffs and the shackles on. And I'm like, nope. And I turned around and walked out the room again. And my coworker was like, I got you. And I'm like, it's a good thing, because no. So I went and told my CO, I was like, look, I'm not going in that courtroom. No amount of money will get me in that courtroom. I will quit right now. Like, I'm not joking. So, turns out, now this wasn't in the news, or maybe it was, I'll have to look it up. His roommate had died, and they thought it was suicide. But there are certain things when you have, like, when a person passes like that, there are certain things that happen, and they did not happen. Her body had been staged. So she'd been cleaned up, her makeup had been done, her hair did. She was in her prom dress, all this and that. Right? But it wasn't just her. Like, this guy would move to different cities and he would get women roommates, and this kept happening. Turns out he was probably a serial killer, but I don't know if they put all those different cases together, because it was, different jurisdictions, different parts of the country, and I was like beyond creeped out, because I would have probably been kind of the archetype of woman that he looked for, right? Because goth, black bobbed hair, yada yada, kind of in that spectrum. That was terrifying. Now, fast forward again. I've quit the sheriff's department and I'm working retail in a store that is like a late night store. This guy walks in and I'm working on my college degree. And I'm working on a paper because the other employees would like call off randomly, whatever, and I was the reliable one and I wanted to make that paycheck, so I would work whatever hours I could get. Guy walks in, he asks for something, and he's like, "What are you working on?" I'm like, "I'm working on a paper about serial killers and better ways of finding them and this and that." And he's like, "Well, what are you going to do with that?" And I was like, "Well, I'd like to see more serial killers caught and put in prison." And he got this look in his eyes, and he looked kind of like Santa Claus. And he got this like, he looked kind of like with the full beard and and he got this like look in his eyes, like he thought that was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. And it was fucking creepy. Now, there was a camera up behind me where my manager would sit there at home and he'd watch what was happening because I was the only person there, right? And it had audio and video, so he could see and hear what was going on. So he all of a sudden the phone rings, and I'm like, yes, and I answer it, and it's my manager, and he's like, "You're closing the shop now, and I'm coming to help you." And he was already on the way to the shop. That's how creepy. Like, he could see it through the camera, the look in that guy's eyes. Later on, watch out for truckers. I like, nothing against truckers at all, but this guy was a trucker, and apparently he would attack women in different states. Just saying. So, so yeah, I really need to come to NOLA and lose my soul to the Loa in a, well,
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know. So you pick up their energies, something. I pick up on something, I think.
And
Maybe.
then I think it's the fact that you worked with a high-end security firm and you got specialized training in like reading micro expressions and all that good stuff.
Mm.
Like your previous training helped you out there.
Maybe. And then too, in the sheriff's department, my CO we would sit there wherever, and he would be like, "What is this person thinking? What is that person thinking? Do they have a gun? Da da da, whatever." So it was, yeah. And there were a couple of regular customers in there too, and I think they picked up on whatever was happening. This one older guy was standing kind of off to the side, so he could see both me and this guy talking, and he like kind of backed up, and I was like, "Man," I basically told my then boss, I was like, "Look, if that guy comes back in, I don't know, maybe I need a gun." And then I was given permission to bring my taser in with me, and I was like, "Good," because I'm just saying, if I'm gonna be closing the shop at 2 or 3 in the morning, I want something on me. Do you think that becomes so ingrained in you that you don't realize you're doing it? Yes. Yes. that's part of the reason. Like I can handle going to concerts, um, a bit more, but like sports events are hard. And the synesthesia makes it hard anyway. But then on top of that, I'm looking around always, and I'm trying to see who's doing what and whatever, and it's just scary. And it's kind of overwhelming, and it's kind of irritating at the same time. And yeah, and then to like the kind of, when you're in the sheriff's department, you're not just in a courtroom, you're also like in the jail or the prison, and you might, well, for us anyway, back then, we would also patrol, and so we'd be out in the French Quarter with all kinds of whatever going on. So yeah, after all, it just becomes like second nature, and that in a way that's good because that's what your training is for. That you just, you know, you don't think you do. So yeah, it is hard to relax. It can be. I think I've gotten better though. I don't know. I will say this though, I don't miss working security at clubs.
I kind of miss being a bouncer on bourbon, just a little bit.
That's because you're insane.
I am.
Bourbon is.
That's part of the reason why my channel that I haven't really done anything consistent on is called Machina Insanity Machine.
Kind of a good name though.
Right? I thought so.
Yeah, I don't know. Bourbon Street is not my cup of tea. I can't do it. It's too much.
Mm-hmm. Almost a year to the date that I was working on Bourbon Street is whenever somebody instigated a fight with me for the first time and sent their ass to prison, or to jail at least.
Oh, the one dude who was in the woman's bathroom and didn't want to come out.
No.
No, I'm talking about when I worked there.
Oh, yeah.
That was irritating. I was like, dude, I'll just break your thumbs and you can figure your shit out. Get out of the woman's bathroom. I don't want a bunch of women yelling at me. Which is what will happen.
Right. If you're gonna have sex, do it in the hotel room, not in a public restroom.
Especially on Bourbon Street. My God, those bathrooms at a certain point become ridiculously nasty. I mean, ooh, foul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hiding my thumbs. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, I was well known for thumb locks.
Want to tell them the story?
You can tell them the story. It makes me kind of embarrassed.
What was his name?
Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Not any relation to Richard Ramirez.
No.
Just
That guy.
no. I'm sorry. It was Marquez.
Marquez.
That was Marquez.
Right. So Marquez, who you worked with in OPSO in the courts, are in the back in the lockup, if I remember correctly.
No, we were at close quarter combat training in the gym.
Right. And so Marquez is like what, 7'1", something like that, 300 some odd pounds.
He was tall and big.
Bulky
and
guy.
muscle.
Yeah.
Big dude. Big little Mexican dude.
Yeah. So she dropped him to his knees in a thumb lock.
So now I'm 5'6". I'm very small.
The dude's got 30 pounds on me and another foot on top of me. So, I mean.
Yeah, well, then I had to worry that I was like, man, I hope your wife doesn't come after me.
No.
Please. I warned y'all.
Didn't you say that his wife laughed afterwards?
She laughed hysterically, yes. She found that funny. I was worried. Yeah, I mean, I told them and I had done all that training, but I'm like, no, they did not listen. I was like, so we had this other guy that worked there. I don't want to say his name, but he'd been studying martial arts since like he could walk. And I was like, it'd possibly be better if I was with him instead of Marquez, because this other guy was more like my size and probably would have been able to deflect me. But no, I think they just liked seeing the juxtaposition of me against someone really big. And I'm like, I know it's all fun and games and whatnot, but it's fun and games until someone gets hurt, and until someone's wife wants to whoop my ass.
Marquez is the tank, you're the rogue.
Kind of. And I didn't know that story like got out of the sheriff's department.
Oh, yeah, it made its way around.
I had no idea about that. So then that's where you working on bourbon. That's the other part of the story.
Yeah. There were actually a couple of people that worked on Bourbon Street. I think I told them the story, and they actually heard about you. So your name made it, or your story made it around to the people who worked on Bourbon.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well then. Well, I know that after that, the inmates were way nicer with me, which was cool. Very cool, actually, because I had another run-in with a possible serial killer, and that dude was the scariest dude I ever met in person. The look he would get on his face was the same as Richard Ramirez. That same, like, angry, weird thing where there's white under the eye, under the pupil. I don't know if you know what I mean, but
Or like the lens.
really creepy. But this guy was coming into Mad Court for something. I don't remember what. I think a status hearing, and he had like 10 counts of murder and all this and that. And I'm like, oh, joy. So I go in the back room to grab something, and he tells me that I need to bring him McDonald's French fries and cigarettes, or he's gonna kill me. And then he proceeds to tell me that he knows where my daughter, because my daughter was little, my oldest was really young at that point. He knows where she goes to kindergarten, and I was like, you just massively fucked up. Like, mess with me, that's one thing. Mess with my child is another one. I hope you enjoyed your commissary, because, So I went and told my CO, and then just a whirlwind of like, my coworkers were not happy. Let's put it that way and leave it at that.
And some of the other inmates get on his ass.
Oh, yeah. Man, because I feel that if somebody is in there, they could be in there on a traffic, like a outstanding traffic ticket or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't agree with arresting people for stupid things or frivolous things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it wasn't, I don't think it was me. I think it was more that he said something about my child.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you don't do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he apparently had a hard time after that. But yeah, that dude had that look. There's a particular look. There are pictures of like Ted Bundy would get that look. Richard Ramirez just kind of lived it as a mask because he was terrified. That dude was actually scary.
Yeah, I think it's a thing with most convicts, regardless of how severe the charge. If anybody messes with the kid, they're liable to get their ass beat.
Yeah. Yep. Badly.
At that one guy who had to get his asshole shown, sewn shut.
Words.
Sorry, his gluteus maximus sewn shut.
Yeah. Evil look in their eyes. Yeah. There was a McDonald's well, this is pre-Katrina. There was a McDonald's right across the street from the courthouse, and this dude knew it. It's not there anymore, but
That's report my time.
Yeah, it was helpful having that McDonald's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you're in and you can't see your family, that's the first thing you miss is the children and your family.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do videos on all my weird experiences.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to find like news articles and whatever on that first guy, and I haven't really found anything. But I'm pretty sure that dude was a serial killer. like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Just what was explained to me. I was like, well, if he has several different, roommates over a span of time in different locations where they've mysteriously, that's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But
Somebody said something about social experiments earlier, and it reminded me of something that I found kind of funny.
what?
There's a YouTuber who's kind of a shut-in, but he kind of forced himself to go out and try and talk to people. So his goal was to talk to one person, one stranger a day. And one day he decided to talk to the bank teller when he went to the bank. And he's asking philosophical questions. The philosophical question he decides to ask the bank teller that day is, what's your biggest fear? Like, that's a good one, dude. That's a great question to ask a bank teller. What's your biggest fear?
In a bank.
In a bank.
That's probably not a good idea.
No. I don't know how it ended, but it's a social experiment for you.
Probably with her saying, or thinking, should I call the cops now?
There's a button right here. Should I press
Should
it?
I? What's happening here?
He doesn't have a mask or a hat or glasses on. I don't know.
There's just some, time and place. Time and place.
Yeah, time.
Uh-oh.
I got her.
I hope so, because I'd have to jump over you and the desk, and then food would go flying, and it would just be... So apparently we might have some subscribers who are in Australia. Same thing when your kid says trick or treat and the person says trick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we might be actually doing maybe some live streams at a late time, early time for us, for the people, the Aussies and Kiwis and all that over there. So that'll be interesting. I'll be sitting here with one eye open, like I need coffee. I was saying if we do episodes where we are, like 2 or 3 in the morning kind of thing.
Oh, for the Australian crew?
Yeah. I feel like they need to get a little bit more love. You know what I mean?
What about trick or treat? And the person says trick. What? I'm out of context.
I love you.
I love you too.
So what do y'all want to talk about?
Yes. Entertain us as we entertain you.
It is an open chat.
No particular topic for this live.
I'm looking at these videos I have to make, and wow, we're getting into really deep stuff.
You want to tell them the list real quick?
No, I can't remember now why I said that.
Yeah.
I can't remember either. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Oh boy. So the next few like terminology videos are going to be a bit more intense because we're diving into the deeper end ish. It's all pretty deep, really, but
Yeah.
But those paranormal Nolan's videos,
I can't wait to edit those.
really looking forward to.
Might look for a spooky ambiance track and put that on in the background.
Right on. As long as it's not too loud.
Oh yeah, no, I'll edit the audio level. Don't worry.
Yeah. I have to dig through the closets.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that each video is going to be a different theme.
Tweeted by Extinction Burst.
Yeah. I really hope that Salty saw that and takes that seriously, because you never know. now she's trying to threaten, like she has all kinds of receipts and whatever, and she probably does against like moderators, and now she wonders why she doesn't have moderators showing up. Why would they? I mean, look at how she treated, was it Lori Ann? I think her name is. Look at how she treated her. So why would her other mods want to have anything to do with her? You know what I mean? But that's what she does. That's part of her pattern. She uses people, and then when they're no longer useful or it's opportunistic for her to do so, she throws them under the bus. So, but yeah, she probably is. Yeah, look at what she does. She digs for information about people, personal information. The more personal, the better. So she's probably doing it with all kinds of people. I guess she's using these sock accounts to say you're dead to people. Really? Well, I mean, if you noticed, somebody was trying to hack into Celsi's email and all that. He's a fucking high-priced attorney.
Good luck hacking into his shit.
How many? Emily D. Baker talked about the one client who, the person that sued, turns out was a criminal and ended up with criminal charges because of Celsi's investigation. Just saying. That is exactly the wrong person to poke with a stick. Or maybe the right person. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I wouldn't mess with that dude.
I don't even know who he is, but I'll pass.
I would totally work for him though. I'll tell you that. I would run that paperwork and stuff because that would be fun. She posted images.
As if saying she was hacked to hack his account.
What?
Yeah.
But it showed her linking her sock accounts to a real account.
Her sock accounts.
She is really not the brightest crayon in the entire box.
Nope.
Like in the box of the boxes of crayons.
She's the one box that is all shit brown.
I don't know. I don't understand. That's the thing with toxic people, though. They'll justify all their behavior. They'll justify, make all the excuses. It's everybody else. There's no taking stock of themselves. There's no self-reflection. And I don't know.
Apparently one account is a witness for Celsi.
Probably Lori Ann.
Maybe?
I don't know. He probably has a bunch of witnesses.
Sure.
Well, okay. So let's talk about witness tampering. Or attempts to threaten or intimidate witnesses. I had this happen in the courthouse. So part of my job was trying to make sure that witnesses were safe, right? So this witness, it was an essay case, and she went to go to the bathroom, and she was there by herself, and I kept, I would say things here and there about, victims advocates, whatever, and they were waiting for a victims advocate to get up there. But in the meantime, she's by herself, and she had to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, oh, well, I have to go to the bathroom too. Would you look at that? Mind you, I'm wearing a duty rig, which is like a 2-part thing, and I have the uniform. So it would take me, I had to plan throughout my day when I would have to go to the restroom, is what I'm saying. So I'm like, well, I need to go wash my hands because I'm not going to go through the hassle. So I go into the bathroom after her, and there are, lo and behold, what a coinky-dink, there are 6 women from the defendant's family in there. And they were starting to walk up to her as I walked in. And right behind me is 2 or 3 of my coworkers who were also deputies. Thank God, because I can handle myself, but not with that many people. I don't think. So as they saw us walk in, they backed off, and she's standing there like terrified. And I was like, "Go ahead and use the bathroom. We're right here, whatever." And to the others, we're just looking at them, and they left, thankfully. And so from that point forward, I had to explain to her that hey, butterfly kisses.
Hey, butterfly!
Let me finish what I had to explain to her, and then from then on, any SA victim, I was like, you let me know when you have to use the restroom. We will go with you. Because witness intimidation or threats, from that, this defendant got contempt of court. Each of those family members got contempt of court, which means I had to remand all of them, which was a friggin' nightmare. Well, I mean, it's good that we did. So if KJ continues down this road, or people that are trying to help her continue down this road, she might catch a contempt of court charge, and she's not going to like that.
Right.
I guarantee you she will not like that. She may think that she's, she can just do whatever.
She's a big time YouTuber. She's above the law.
A federal court judge isn't going to give a shit. Okay, I worked in just regular local magistrate court.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine what a federal judge would do. I don't know. It's a totally different thing, and it's really not. Yeah, it is a serious charge. It is, and you can receive like fines and fees with that, along with jail time. And she will hate the entire world if she ends up with jail time. What are you doing?
I'm messing with my hair. I'm weird.
So how you doing, Butterfly Kisses? You came in right when I was in the middle of talking about some of the interesting experiences of working in courts. And maybe at some point I'll talk about patrolling the French Quarter. I kind of miss that, but then I kind of don't.
She's got great stories. I love listening to her stories.
Oh my god, the one I will not be able to say the person's name. You're not real.
I was about to bring up that story too. Like the one I won't be able to say his name. I was like, what's she talking about?
I won't be able to say his name.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Put it this way, he's famous, he has a toupee. That's all the clues you're getting.
I'll say that for another live stream. Oh my god, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. You mean you won't take me out to hunt the quarter? What do you mean? Yes, I would. Come up here, visit, bring Kitten with you, and
Laura.
Should we say her name?
Nobody knows who Laura is.
Just bring everybody up with you, and we'll wander around the French Quarter when there's no one there. That's the best time to go, when there's very few people or Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Just everybody from everywhere come down to New Orleans, and we'll just take over a bar for the night.
That's not even, it's not even a problem. Okay, I don't care if I had like 50 million people in my chat. If somebody has something going on, I'll shut shit down to help that person.
We have no reason to apologize. We're happy to help.
Yeah, it's not a problem at all. Because that's okay, I've been a victim's advocate for a lot of years, and I've also been on the other side of that. So it's kind of a thing where it's like an unwritten pact that all of the survivors have, that we try to help those people who are going through what we went through, if that makes sense. And that's a large part of the reason why I'm screaming right now. After this, I'm gonna dye my hair, and I got stuff to do. But we wanted to make sure you're okay,
Yes.
because that's hard to go through. It is. Like, all the way around, really. And I think I just had an episode drop about financial abuse. It's a smaller episode.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have larger episodes that dive deeper into these subjects, using true crime to showcase, I guess. Yeah, I think we're all kind of sitting here just bullshitting until you got here. Really.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing, really.
If you want to, you can join us in the bullshitting.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to have a mental break from all the mess you're going through.
Isn't your dad was the abuser, right? Or did I misunderstand that
It was
last
a
night?
stepdad.
Oh, the stepdad.
Was it?
Okay. I concur.
Yeah, I mean, there are quite a few out there, but you kind of have to go to them or call the brick and mortar offices and whatnot. So that's part of what I'm doing is I'm bringing it to YouTube. I didn't realize how toxic YouTube is. Now I know. But I mean, maybe this is exactly what YouTube needs.
Wasn't Woom a VA? Woom? Wasn't he a VA?
Yes.
Okay. I liked him. He liked my food. That made me happy. Cat.
I mean, YouTube is kind of a reflection of humanity in a way, but it's like exaggerated in that endless pursuit of subs and likes and views and yada yada for money. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I hope that our channel does get monetized at some point so I can have better equipment so I don't look like I'm dead. So I can research better. That's like, but like,
At the end of the day, the goal is to help.
Yeah. And like, I want to do merch that will be used to kind of help get the word out about different things, and also the proceeds donated to groups that need it, if that makes sense.
So like certain merch items will be geared toward bringing attention to a specific
like the
group.
missing and murdered. While I'm talking about that, let me just, here we go. I just need to keep this open and awake. Yeah, there's one group in particular that I want to make merch for.
Is that the red hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Yes, we have a plague right now. I was thinking about doing like masks and stuff. But a Hell's Angel. Well, there you go. Yeah, that with the merch, I might start designing stuff up now. People don't have to be subbed or whatever to the group to buy the merch to get the word out and to donate to the charities and stuff. My mom married a Hell's Angel. He was the abuser. My dad was also a raging alcoholic, but I only seen him. Wow. Well, I hope that works out. Just move with care. Understand that right now you're really vulnerable, and therapy. Like, I cannot stress enough how much therapy has helped me and just about every survivor that I know. It is kind of, especially with what you've been through and the long-term history of it. That's on the regular computer.
What is?
Missing and murdered Indigenous. See, I can't look on the computer. On that computer.
Yeah, you can. So I can interrupt the live.
It isn't?
Nope. Missing and murdered Indigenous women.
There's there are a couple groups. that I've like been looking at ahead of time. Because with some charities or groups or whatever, like basically I just want to do my research ahead of time. Because some charities and whatever, like they'll have a CEO that's paid like millions of dollars and they don't actually do anything. But okay. 4 out of 5 of our Native women are affected by violence today. 4 out of 5. That's a lot.
That's 80% of the population.
So this is csvanw.org. Is that backslash?
Yep.
Backslash forward slash MMIW. And this is the Coalition to Stop Violence Against Native Women. And that's what I've been looking at.
Leanne advocates for disabled children. Leanne advocates for disabled children.
Right on.
I almost said dismembered children.
No.
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 Don't make me smack you. I don't want to do that. That would
a slip of the tongue.
That would be abuse.
Yes, it would.
Um,
Make an appointment tomorrow. Celebration class 15.
wow.
Good for that's excellent.
That is. Let him know that we all congratulate him on his sobriety. That is no small thing. That is amazing.
I don't remember the last time I got drunk.
80%. 80% more likely to be abused.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's just that would be a way to definitely make me angry. Hurt a child is hurt a disabled child.
It's like candy.
I'm telling you. So I'm hoping that definitely tomorrow's Monday, reach out to, whatever resources you have there and find out what all is available to you and your child, because it sounds like Canada might be a bit more on it than America is. So that's why we're here. Mm-hmm. That is the entire reason why I'm doing this, really, is to help people. Mm-hmm. And it all is kind of in memory of Addie Hall. She's the muse that started this whole thing. So
yep.
I still have to work on the book.
Yep.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
I mean, especially since he just left, if you look at true crime in a way, and I know I'm not trying to make light of the pain you're going through right now and all of that, but in a way, you probably really got off lucky. Mm-hmm. If they just leave and they don't hurt you or your child, he just didn't hurt you or your child. I mean, I wish that Shanann Watts had your outcome where he just left.
And Jessica Easterly.
And Eddie Hall. Mm-hmm. And is Theater Vamp still on here? There's another Jessica I'm going to do another video on. And I actually knew her too back in the day, way back in the day. So I'm glad that look, already you're having reconnections with family. Yeah, Jessica, I completely forgot Jessica's last name. I know I had it written down in my notes somewhere.
I have it written down in my notes as well.
I don't remember. I think I added her to.
Marshall.
Yeah, right. You know, they had that wake thing on Facebook. Somebody said something about a drink, like a special drink or something, and I was like, it clicked, and I remembered exactly who she was, and then it like hit me like a ton of bricks. So I will be doing her video here shortly. I just have to remember where. Where did I put it? I don't know. I'll have to find out later. He tried to come back. He's going to keep on trying to come back. Remember, the first year after a relationship ends is the most dangerous. You know, if your dad is serious about helping you, it would be a really good idea if you moved. So Monday, you really want to try, get all your ducks in a row, hit the ground running. Call for your local resources and see what all they can do to help you. They might also put you in touch with legal aid. You need to file for custody of your child ASAP. Because if he realizes you're not going to just let him come back and walk all over you like a doormat, then he might try to take your child from you. So Monday, you need to get something filed that says he left and left the child behind, abandoned both of you, and you need legal aid. Bat split. Yeah, I remember that. So, you know, once it's hard when you're trying to get everything put together that you need taken care of because you're also going through trauma, right? So, but once you get all your ducks in a row, you get everything in place, then there'll be a sense of relief that will come from that, especially once you have the legal paperwork in place, you know, get the ball rolling on all that. And Stephen, I don't want to say your last name because I might say it wrong. Preference for positions, guys?
What?
What? I have no idea. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing?
I think you're on the wrong channel, my guy.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what that means.
Troll is somebody who tries to instigate.
I know what that means, but I don't understand preference for positions, guys. So this is a very serious, rather serious topic that we are talking about right now, and we're going to focus on that. So, butterfly kisses. He's probably going to try to come back again. That's why, until you move, if you can get the locks changed, that would be good. If you have like a heavy piece of furniture, I know, you know, it sounds weird, but this is my advice. If you have a heavy piece of furniture, move it in front of the door so he can't come in, right? Make sure all your windows are locked. What are we talking about? We have been talking about a great many things, but right now we're advising someone on how to handle getting out and being free from an abusive relationship. And being liberated. Which is a wondrous thing, especially when that sense of euphoria hits you. It hasn't come yet. It usually takes like a week or two. But when it comes, you'll see what I'm talking about. It is like the best thing ever. One of them. It's almost as good as when you gave birth to your children. It feels almost as good as that.
Specifically, which part?
It's done. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
For clarification.
Yeah.
Not really relationships, but like specifically right now, what to do once an abusive relationship has ended.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, mm,
Glad her dad's really stepping up. That's really good.
I mean, even if your lawyer is even if your dad is getting a lawyer, you can go to legal aid and have him file something temporary for right now until you have that lawyer in place. Do you see what I'm saying? You want to do that ASAP.
Mhm.
You do not want to mess around. And I only say that because I've seen it happen too often, especially here lately, where abusers are using family court to continue abusing their victim by taking the children away. Amber Alert. No, there's no Amber Alert. Do you know what kind of channel this is, Stephen?
I don't think so.
So yeah, if y'all wouldn't mind liking the video, it helps with the algorithm and somebody out there, because we're talking about some pretty important things here. So somebody out there may need to hear what we're talking about in the chat and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get some sort of legal document stating that you have custody of your child ASAP. And, well, America's different from Canada. Here, you can file something yourself if you know how to do it. Most people don't know how to do it. And I might actually, if I can get a lawyer on here or something just to advise on how to do a quick temporary something, that would be cool.
You know, lawyer.
I don't know if he'd want to get on though for, you know what I mean?
Sure.
No,
All right,
that's
just.
That's not what we're talking about.
No, and you're just spreading fear by saying that, dude.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something different.
Correctional officers.
Oh, that's good.
Good. You got correctional officers by you.
Okay. Happens twice a week in Illinois.
I'm sorry to hear that Illinois is that bad.
Illinois has a lot of problems going on right now, though.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't understand. It's like people have completely gone off the rails for like the past, I don't know.
4 years?
No, not even that. Even like a little bit before that. It's been maybe 10 years. People have been losing their damn minds. But yeah, even, if your dad's going to get you an attorney, that is awesome. That is great.
Yep.
That is wonderful. That's going to be helpful. Yeah, Illinois is a hotspot for a variety of reasons. But like, just getting that temporary, here we would say document of separation, like something that clearly states that you are separated and that you have custody of the child and that he abandoned you all, right? And also, I don't know if they do it in Canada, but financial separation might be a good one too. We were foster parents until he changed, and that alone is another reason I fear trusting police judges.
So, something he did got their status as foster parents revoked, from what I understand.
Well, you can use all of that against him.
Mm-hmm.
And if he was abusing you, then go look at the videos that I have about terminology, like coercive control, all of that. And I know there's a book about coercive control. I don't have it and I haven't read it yet, but I heard it's really good. Um, I think this is the one right here. I keep hearing that it's really good. Oh, they had it on Audible.
Nice. Coercive Control by Evan Stark.
How Men Entrap Women. Okay, I'm gonna have to read this book now or listen to it on Audible. I just want to. Seriously, I just want to look at the book right quick. Not like read the synopsis. Okay, how men entrap women in personal life, interpersonal violence. So this looks like a really good book for educating yourself on what you've been through, and that's another really good thing to do. Like when you have downtime, read up on it because it takes a lot of the fear away. You know.
That's technically a success story right there. You know, you still got custody even with the social worker lying against you.
Yeah, I had a situation similar. I had a custody evaluator who lied against me, and it was brutal. You know, some people it's just all about that money, not without even a thought of the safety of the child. You know what the mother was put through. It's just a continuation of the abuse, and
some people just care more about the self gratification,
which to me is evil, and I think that should be a criminal charge. Really, when you think about it.
I mean, technically, it's bribery, which is a criminal charge. Which kids we have?
I mean, corruption seems to be just rampant everywhere. You know, there has to be some sort of reboot. Yeah, we really need good people in positions of public service.
Yeah. Huh? Of authority.
Well, not even authority. It should be public service.
True.
And think of what those two words mean. Public service. They're serving us, right? Should be anyway. But I was thinking about becoming a foster parent. I don't know what all that entails, but like I don't believe in hitting children or yelling at them or you know, what's up with these? I'm gonna try not to cuss. Whoa. What is up with these family channels exploiting their children? What? I can see if you have a channel for your cat or your puppy, but a child? Yeah, exactly. That's part of the reason I was thinking about becoming a foster parent because I mean there are just so many kids in the foster care system for whatever reason. And you know, I had a girlfriend who was in the foster system and her story was just heartbreaking. I mean, what she went through. Some of these foster parents, I was like, man, I don't ever need to know their names because
I heard a story about a foster parent once who like I don't think it was like she was fostering 6 kids, but instead of spending the money that she got for being a foster parent on them, she spent it on like her nails, her hair, her outfits, going on trips wherever, and basically one of her kids actually got taken away from her because she kept sending them to school in the same pair of pants.
What the hell?
Because they only had one pair of pants.
What in the hell? I'm gonna have to look into becoming a foster parent because that just there's no reason for kids to be treated that way.
Yeah. I'm glad that y'all had a really good day today, Butterfly.
And you're gonna have more.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have more of those, and it won't just be one time where you have that epiphany of freedom. It'll happen here and there, and then there'll be this big moment of I'm free. And there isn't really even a word for it in English. Can you hand me the paper towel? My nose is doing the cold thing.
What's a napkin? Hold on.
Where's the paper towels?
I have to fetch one.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing good work making sure those children are safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it is stressful, but worth it. It's insane here. Excuse me while I try to keep my nose from being unruly. Okay, so this book is looking like it is really good. And it's called Coercive Control, How Men Entrap Women in Personal Life. I have not read it, but just from the synopsis, it looks really good. I'm gonna go see if there are reviews on here. 5-star, 77% 5-star reviews.
Mitch of the 33 is men.
Yeah, I would bet money the 1-star review is men. You know what I mean? Or abusers. But,
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, okay. So the reviews are looking really good. So if you have Audible, it's on there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just listen to it with an earbud or whatever, headphone.
You have something else going on your phone. So it's just kind of in the background.
Um, so that's part of what I did when I came out of my DD. I just educated myself about, every aspect I could again. And it really took the blinders off for me, if that makes sense. Our oldest is 23 and then 18 and 13.
What is he talking about?
That's butterfly kisses.
No. I'm talking about Steve.
You figured out your positions. What?
Mm.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, y'all got together really young, too young. So, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you'll have a situation where people get together young and they're just like kind of meant to be, but that is a rare thing. So, you know, I mean, now you can focus on recreating your life the way you want it to be, and just focusing on you and your kids and your family and getting together a good social network of friends, and maybe you can go back to college. I don't know if you've ever been to college, but finishing your education and put together a career. What do you want to do with your life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hitting should never be a thing unless that's a thing that y'all do. As like, I'm not trying to kink shame, but
I got the Band-Aid off the baby.
I can go to law school. Good luck with that. Yeah, you if anyone ever hits you, you can tell them that I said no.
If there's a little bit of a bulge right here in the throat, just punch.
I mean, there doesn't have to be a bulge there.
True. But for men, it's more prominent.
I mean, wow, we have 9 people in here. Hey, we're coming up. Or like Emily D. Baker, who has like 10 bajillion people on her chat,
Yeah.
and the chat is booming. I'm like, I'm not even gonna be able to chat on this.
Yes. Learn the thumb lock. Learn the thumb lock.
There are videos on YouTube. It's look up Krav Maga, and if you have a school in your area, highly recommend. I love that form of fighting because it's practical. I think it's drugs. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about with the positions, man.
What do you mean by positions? You're gonna have to
Clarify. You've said that like 4 times, and I still have no idea what you're implying. Perspectives.
Oh, we have 11 people. 10. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I looked away for a second.
We weren't.
Perspectives.
Okay.
Okay. What?
So no, if we were saying that if someone were to ever, we were saying two butterflies, if someone were to ever try and hit her, I was saying just punch them in the throat if they hit you. Especially to a guy, that'll make them catch their breath for a minute. Self-defense is what we were talking about in that.
Yeah.
Anti-fascist discipline.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 So for butterfly kisses, so Krav Maga, I always say it wrong. Was started by, if I'm not mistaken, Israeli Jews who, after World War II, and is a fighting discipline that is amazing. I want to go back and study more. But my one ex-boss was very big on that, and the stuff I learned was it was practical, and for a small woman like me, it was. There are times when I think that fight form saved my life. So,
Stephen, I would never advocate for anybody to hurt themselves. In any way, shape, or form, I would never tell anybody to hurt themselves.
yeah, we don't. That's not what we do here.
No, I don't condone it at all.
We were just saying if anyone needs to defend themselves because someone is hitting them, domestic violence or otherwise, really. Krav Maga. There are videos on YouTube that cover that for butterfly kisses. They're free, whatever. So yeah, this has been a weird chat.
This is getting to be an interesting chat, yeah. We're kind of bouncing around right now.
But I'm really glad that you, already one day after, and you're back in touch with your dad.
You're having
Look
a
at that.
really great day, too.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Yeah, so this book is looking like, it's looking like it's a really good book. I'm gonna have to get this on Audible and listen to it. Oh, and then there's Gaslighting Recovery Workbook. How to recognize manipulation and overcome narcissism. Hold on, let me look at this. That looks interesting. There's a lot more out there now on these subjects, which is really good. Yep. But if he tries to come back, you don't have to let him come back, or you can set the ground rules. But I would say, let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
I haven't actually seen that movie,
Don't
so
give a shit anymore. That's not how it actually goes.
well, I keep grabbing the wrong mouse. Oh my god! Wait, where's the synopsis?
It's further up.
Yeah, I know. fairly decent reviews.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm not the originator of that version. Nothing. Next one is like, should have been never.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you're still young. I mean, there's so much ahead of you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I mean, I don't know how it is in Canada, but here there are like grants and stuff that you can get for college if you're a single mom. You know, there are resources if you want to, you know, start a career, go to college or whatever, or to a trade school, whatnot. So
I think the world needs more tradespeople.
true.
Welding's good money.
I still wish that I had learned to weld. I really wanted to know how to weld, man. Like I was all about it.
Both of our brains went there at the same time. I tried taking welding class my senior year of high school, but apparently I lacked the prerequisite shop class. But he told me. I didn't even know we had a welding class until sophomore year. Junior year.
Now, consider though, Butterfly Kisses, that if he decides he wants to come back because you are not letting him come back, he may try to manipulate the situation and he may try to kind of push buttons to get his way back in to the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Just be forewarned. My ex tried that and I was just like, just,
What's the term? Social engineering? Something like that?
I mean, there are a couple of different terms for it, but yeah, when my ex tried that with me, I was just like, there is no way in hell. Because I by being on my own, I had upgraded my entire life just immeasurably. Quality of life, you know, health, my health got better. It was just a lot that got better in so many ways. Yeah, your son deserves to learn how to be a good man so he doesn't have problems in the future. So his future partners don't have abusive relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And by doing this, by doing all this work now, setting the foundation, you know, with the temporary custody and all of that stuff, you're setting a foundation for him to have a better life and break that cycle
Mm-hmm.
of abuse. So yeah, I think that's really important. What you're doing right now is really important, and you can do it. And I applaud you. Man, there are so many books out now. It is
How to Kill a Narcissist.
what?
The Blue Book, Yellow Lettering.
Oh yeah, I'm just curious about that because that's some bold words right there.
Debunking the myth of narcissism and recovering from narcissistic abuse. Well, narcissism isn't a myth, unless you're talking about Narcissus, in which case that is a myth.
So narcissism is a lie told to those who are vulnerable, is what this is saying.
What?
It seems like.
But then it said how to escape narcissistic abuse. What the fuck? Is this like a self-help book? I'm so confused. You can see it clearly, present to you, inside out strategy for healing, recovery, and freedom. This book is apparently sending very mixed signals.
Okay, I'm so confused by this. Like, this is a good thing, but
Yeah. I see exactly what you mean by mind screw.
oh, is that the guy you were talking about?
J.H. Simon. I don't think that's the guy she was talking about, but she talking about mind screw in general.
I mean, that's what narcissists do. Really, they mind screw people.
Yeah, but the title is so contradictory to itself.
Right. I mean, it's like a form of They probably named it like that for a reason to get people's attention to sell books. But
True.
but I think that
Mm.
what narcissists do to people and all of that is a kind of mind essay, if you will.
Mm.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Before I came on here, I was watching, who's that one psychologist guy? He has a really dry sense of humor. Oh my God, his sense of humor is so funny. I can't remember his name right now. I have to look him up. Dr. Grayson? Is that his name? I don't remember.
Good. Good. Excellent.
Wait, he wants you to go to counseling with him.
And then they agreed to go to counseling together and one-on-one to address independent issues.
Right, but I mean, he agreed to go to counseling. Well, he should have done that before he just up and left.
She was talking about the son.
Oh, wait.
The son. Her son is an advanced student. Blew her mind today. That's what I think he said.
Oh, okay.
He will never be as a man, husband, and father. And he agreed to go to counseling.
I wasn't sure who she was speaking of. Where did my phone go?
Great. Your phone's in the charger because at 20%.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that sounds like your son has seen way more than y'all thought he did. He sees and knows everything that's going on
Mm-hmm.
or has gone on. So, for him going to counseling would be a really good idea too.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of, if he goes to a counselor that he really connects with, then he should learn tools that will be very helpful to him so that he doesn't either become an abuser or become abused. Either way. So hopefully.
Also, make sure he doesn't self-abuse,
Yeah. And then to remember that, I mean, for me, it took me, the first time I went to a counselor as an adult, it took me like 5 or 6 different counselors to find the one that I worked well with. And it was a bit of a journey. But once I found that right counselor, man, it was really good.
I had to go to a couple of different counselors growing up. Most of it was for anger issues. And then whenever they got to the core of the issue when I was in high school, it turned out it was my family.
I mean, mostly it's probably your sister.
I'll be honest, whenever we had the first official family sit down with the counselor and I started bringing everything up with my family, my sister was the main point. After that, we never went to the counselor again because they didn't like what I was saying and the counselor was backing me. And then they tried doing interventions, of which both I turned back around on them.
We shouldn't go too much into that.
No.
But yeah, I mean, at least you and your son now have a time and a chance to like heal and recover and grow and thrive, and that's awesome. I mean, now the world is completely open to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can get on Twitter if you want to, or whatever. You can
Twitter, Instagram.
You can make your own decisions. Just, it's kind of amazing how badly people behave on the internet, though.
True.
Like, I don't know.
She's psychologist, not psychiatrist. She just wanted. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people need, medicines for whatever's going on, but like, I had a doctor who was trying to get me to take some kind of drug for, I don't even remember what for, and I was like, what are you talking about? So you want to put a Band-Aid on something that needs stitches,
So it needs time and care and
yeah, I mean, at
delicacy.
the time I was grieving someone, and grief is a process, you know, and it's a natural process unless things really go wonky with the depression. But I was like, you know, I'm not actually depressed, I'm in grief. It's a whole different thing, you know.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that yesterday. That you found out over the internet, just exact about the adultery, mostly.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, the internet can be very much a blessing and a curse.
The
you know?
internet is blessed.
But man, I mean, after I left my ex, I got into college, got 2 degrees. I did so much, so much. Read a bunch of books.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just being able to go to the grocery store when I wanted without a fight.
And buy what you
Or-
wanted within your budget.
Yeah, you know, like, or being able to go to lunch with my friends, or just go to lunch by myself and meet someone I didn't know. Like,
Mm-hmm. All right, got coffee, have a good day.
yeah, you know, which is the thing I always love to do. So, I mean, and I mean, because you were so young when you got together with him, you're going to have to find out what those things are that you like to do now.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have the freedom that you can do it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so you can experiment. Oh, yeah, small things can be ginormous. Like, one of those times when I had that epiphany of joy moment, I was in the makeup section at Walmart and I saw this shade up lipstick. You know how I love red, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, only whores wear red in his mind. So I grabbed that red and I was like, that's mine. And then I
Yes, the end. We knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
Sometimes small things can be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Note the implications.
Well, but I mean, for me, I was standing there in the middle of the makeup section in the Walmart doing a happy dance, like, you know, which,
Mm-hmm.
and other women were looking at me and they were like, sometimes you just got to be happy. You just got to grab that makeup and do a dance. And it's funny how women kind of get, sometimes we'll get what each of us are going through. We don't know each other, but we get it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Which is why I splurge makeup on you whenever you want.
I mean, I don't want to go too crazy with it, but that color pop,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. That palette is freaking amazing.
How much makeup did you get for Christmas this year?
I mean, it was a good bit. See, the palette with this stuff, it doesn't blend as easy
Mm.
or something. And I did have a little irritation from that one palette.
True.
Not a lot, but you know, that's the main thing is finding stuff that I can use that won't irritate my skin. So I don't want to waste makeup and money.
Right.
You've never done anything, not a trip or even a lunch without him and my babies or kids and I. Woman, you and I are going to have a chat right now. All right.
Should I leave the room?
I love you. Go make me another coffee. I love you.
Well,
Thank you.
damn. All right then.
No, I love you. Oh, root beer.
After
Okay.
like 5.5 years, I finally got a hook on root beer.
I was thinking that last night. 24 years, no time to myself, but it honestly didn't matter. I just wanted to be with my kids. Yeah, I get you. I get you. But one day I want you to go, just you. Just you. It may be hard during the pandemic, but if you can find a cafe that's open where you can sit outside and have the yummiest coffee humanly possible, or tea, whatever, beverage, and just sit there by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Get pastry.
Yeah, dude, and just people watch. Well, I mean, you can have an amazing relationship too. Just give yourself time to heal. Figure out what things you like. You know what I mean? Like, have a relationship with yourself, is what I'm saying. I did that I was on my own for, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years after my ex. I don't remember. But it was a while. Like,
And then douchebag 1 through 5. And then me.
I mean, when it really comes down to it, when things got better for me was when I really sat down and thought about what I did and did not want in my life. That's why I keep talking about Emily D. Baker's TED Talk, because that doesn't only apply to like career and work and how you want your life to be, but also how you want your relationships to be, right? But yeah, go have lunch somewhere. You know, if you have a hobby, like you like to sew or crochet or something, look on meetup.com and see if there are people who are into that same thing in your area. Stuff like that's mostly going to be women, and maybe you can find friends that way. Just chat with them to start with, and then maybe there'll be a meetup where you can actually meet people and socialize. Because having a good, solid friend base after something like this is really important. And it sounds like you probably never just went out to lunch or went shopping with women, and just had that time bonding with other women.
Wine and cheese.
That's true.
Wine and cheese.
Well, I can't, for me, I can't drink. So I would watch everybody else drink the wine, and then I would eat a bunch of the food. Man, I miss that place that we all used to go to. What's that wine place?
Modern Wine Cellars.
Yes. Oh my God.
Great selection of wine. Excellent selection of cheese.
So good. And the little like nuts and olives and all that.
The grapes.
See, now I want like
a charcuterie.
That Mediterranean thing. And
the charcuterie
just
board.
all of it. And the salad and just all of it. Just put it in my belly.
I really haven't done anything for you. I'll get you charcuterie for your birthday soon.
Yay! I think we need more olives.
Probably do, yeah.
I'm addicted to olives. I am so addicted to olives.
They're good.
Oh my God. Just like straight out the jar. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm. I used to pick the olives out, and I'd have to go behind the bar for what? Really, I'd just walk behind the bar, make myself a Shirley Temple, grab myself a couple olives, and walk out from behind the bar. By the way, this is when I worked security on Bourbon Street, so I was legally able to walk behind the bar because the bartender was busy making drinks for everybody else, and I was security.
Yeah, if you ever come to New Orleans, don't ever try to go behind the bar if you don't work there. It will end badly. Mm-hmm. Very badly. I had someone at the cafe. I think it was Mardi Gras. This dude tried to go behind the bar, and man, those all the regulars were not having it. It was brutal. And funny. Very entertaining. Shirley Temples are good, though. They are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but especially on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Because they got that down to a science. Like,
and some of the, tell y'all the truth, some of the security guys out on Bourbon Street, and security women sometimes as well, they're looking for an excuse to get their hands on somebody because they've been berated and hassled and annoyed for days, for hours, especially around Mardi Gras when they get almost no sleep.
Mardi Gras is brutal for service industry workers in the French Quarter. Absolutely brutal. When I was working at the cafe helping out, the one time we had sleeping bags in there. We just were all locked in and we slept there because you couldn't get out. Mm-hmm. Like there was no getting out. So
that when you're on Mardi Gras, I think I got off work at 5. I had to be back at work for noon. 5 a.m. I'm back at work for noon.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was 10 o'clock. I was
People
supposed to
don't-
be the rest of the day.
People who don't live here don't understand how insane Mardi Gras is for the people who work in the quarter. It is lunacy.
One club that I worked at had to pull its maintenance staff to come in during the daytime and help out with security. And the maintenance guys. And all they did was roam around the inside of the bars. There was one guy by the stage, and there was me by myself at the entrance.
Oh, wait. Stories. We could tell you some stories, right?
Mhm.
Not from the touristy perspective, but from the like law enforcement security perspective of, did you really do that? Did you really think that was going to be a good thing? Really? Really, dude?
I had one dude, the guy who punched me and left this pretty little mark on my face right here. He went to jail because he punched me as I was escorting him out for not paying Shot Girl $60 for the shots that he had given out to women he was trying to entice.
I don't know. I mean, I love the French Quarter, but during Mardi Gras, oh, hell no.
That wasn't
No.
even during Mardi Gras. That was just a random Saturday night.
Yeah.
Or was it a Friday? Might have been a Friday.
I mean, I don't mind the quarter during Halloween because the costumes are so amazing. And even like Mardi Gras during the day. Like the costumes and everybody masked up and all that. I love that. But I stay right away from Bourbon Street. That's where the true insanity is. When I took my mom to Bourbon for Mardi Gras, I told her, you're only going to be able to handle maybe 15 minutes of it, but we're going to be there a lot longer just to get through the crowd.
I remember how hard it was a couple of days to actually get to my car
Mm-hmm.
because there were just parades blocked that I was basically cornered in. And I walked around the parade route until I found a way to get to my car.
Yeah, when I lived in the Lower Garden District, I would have to get out of the parade thing, like across the parade, 2, 3, maybe 4 times just to get to my house. And that was the kind of thing where I'd see if I had a friend who lived in the quarter or,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, can I sleep on your couch? Because I can't get home. Like I have a place, but I can't get there
Right.
until like several hours from now.
It is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun.
That's another thing I was going to say. Once you get yourself into a financial position to do so, plan a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Go on a trip. Take a
Anyway.
vacation because you fucking earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you always wanted to go?
Right.
Make that one of your goals to do. Stop it.
I would throw this at you.
I just clapped in front of the mic and I am sorry.
Rip the ears.
Kitty girl, stop.
My grandpa's recliner, please.
Yeah, like plan a trip, take a vacation. When you spend all this, much of your life raising your children and putting up with abuse, you deserve a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I love traveling. Absolutely love traveling. And I do miss it.
I think that's why I put up with that EJ for so long, because I was able to go places.
What? Because
I was able to go places. I think that's why I put up with
Oh,
him for
yeah,
so
yeah.
long.
I mean, like, I don't know, I miss traveling to Europe or wherever. Like, okay, so next year I will go to India. I don't know. Someday I'll make it to Egypt and Southern Africa. Yeah, that's a good
Nice.
idea. And that's good. I'm glad you have that. That will make so many things so much easier for you.
Okay. See you later, Leanne.
Bye, have a good night. Yeah, that's gonna make things a lot easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make some more coffee? Or please.
Sure.
Don't forget the chocolate. I know.
Coffee.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad, I feel better now that I know that you're doing okay and um I'm gonna have to we have a Twitter hold on. And
Instagram and Twitter.
we'll have to put the Instagram account on here because I haven't been messing with that. I don't understand Instagram. I'm gonna have to learn all the things. I'm learning so many different things. And I love it. I love learning. But man, it's a lot. So this editing program is completely different from the one we were using before. So I'm like, really? But yeah. So butterfly kisses. Is there anything else you want to talk about? You want to take your mind off everything for a minute? Yeah, I might I know we have Instagram. If you're on Instagram, look up Words That Power Murder Hour. I do believe it's the same writing. And I don't know if it's like, is it friend or follow on Instagram? I'll look at that tonight when we get off here. Probably while I'm dyeing my hair. Grays. Gray hair. And that person who emailed me was like, how are you Indigenous if you have blonde hair? Well, first off, there are Indigenous people who have blonde hair. And also, these are gray. It's just my lighting is weird. So I really need to dye my hair. I don't know if we have Instagram for this on this computer or not. Probably not. Oh. We have the same color hair. What, gray or red? I'll be doing the red on my hair again because I just can't with how do I no, that's not gonna work. Right on. Yeah, my eyes when I get angry, my eyes will turn green, or at least that's what it looks like. And I actually had an eye doctor argue with me about that, and then my eyes turned green because he made me angry, and he was like, "Oh, so red and starting to gray." Yeah, I mean, shit. If you want to, you can turn your hair green. I mean, not before court. Do that after all the court stuff is over. But I mean, you can do whatever you want with your hair. You can wear whatever clothes you want to wear, whatever you like. You know. I mean, now you can actually. I hate to say it because it's kind of a cliche, but now you can actually find yourself and spend that time on yourself. Yeah. Which is funny because, like, my grandfather, he had hazel eyes, and his eyes would go from brown to like a reddish color when he was angry. Ooh, it was kind of terrifying. Um, Well, I'm glad that you're, feeling better and doing good. Just, be careful. Um, you know, keep in mind all the things that would be a really good idea to take care of Monday. And it'll all work out. It's for a lot of us survivors, it was easiest to write everything down as a list and check everything off. And we each seem to have like a really big sense of empowerment and self-control. Like it made us feel good as we checked things off that list and we were seeing all the things we were accomplishing. And it just, after a while doing that, it had a huge positive impact on our mental health. Because when I went through this, there were like 5 or 6 other women that I met who were going through something similar. So we were kind of sharing notes. And I don't know. I don't know if that would help you, but it's just, it's a weird, silly little thing that seemed really good. It's odd how it's true, the little things can make a huge impact, especially when you're coming out of something like this. But man, you have like the whole world is open to you now. So I'm kind of excited for you. But yeah. Oh yay, coffee. No, you cannot drink my coffee. Oh my goodness, all the humanity. All the humanity. Oh, we're out of coffee filters too. Yeah. I almost forgot to say that. Oh, that's good. All right, well, yet another slightly long one. But yeah, you will. You will. I mean, and now especially if you educate yourself on what you've been through and the counseling and all of that, I mean, more than likely you're going to come back stronger. So,
example A.
You just have to go through the healing process. Allow yourself the time to go through the healing process. You don't have to be in a relationship. But see, you came out of a situation where you've always had, I mean, pretty much for a majority of your life now, you've had a relationship, right? So it's going to be weird at first.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're going to be able to have a relationship with yourself. And that is, I think, extremely important. I think most people don't really consider how important it is to love yourself so that you can love someone else and so that they will love you as much as you love you, if that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with taking time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right, I'm looking at this list of videos I have to get done. No pressure. I haven't written a list for the other stuff yet, but I have to. Jesus. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm probably gonna get going and dye my hair and I have the hair treatment in right now, so my hair is kind of stringy. But yeah. Yeah, YouTube is a lot of work. And I knew it was going to be, but damn. Well, I mean, in a way, it's probably better that you went through that mourning process already.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can just focus on you and your children and your life, your world. So
It took me a while to get over both of my broken engagements.
Well, being cheated on is always hard.
Especially at a young age.
Really at any age.
Hmm.
It just sucks. But
Yeah.
especially, when you have those home runs and stuff running, raging.
Yeah, and then you enlist in the military. They fuel you in.
That's messed up.
Still a scar.
That was messed up. I don't know this person, but I don't want to. I cannot wait to have this ring light up. I'm gonna mess with people so hard. Like if somebody's walking by, I start giggling.
Yeah, that's almost done charging. Takes
Okay.
a minute to charge, so you know the battery's gonna last at least a couple days.
Right on. And John's out there. Hi, John. Our landlord is not into technology. Like he still has a flip phone. How he did that, I don't understand. But
I still sell?
Huh?
I still sell them.
they do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, those things are indestructible. Just about.
Oh, the Nokia bricks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But like, so if I were to say hi, if I try to explain this to him, he's gonna be like, "What?" But I may not do that though. He's elderly, and I may give him a heart attack. I should not do that.
Let's avoid giving your landlord a heart attack.
Yeah, no, I like him too
Yeah,
much.
he's very patient with us.
Yeah, he is. Very much. That would be funny though.
No.
Do that to Dawn. She'll get it immediately though and probably cuss me out.
Everybody's logging off, so
Mhm.
I guess we'll head up to.
All right, y'all. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Well, y'all have been commenting. Do all the things, and remember, you have the right to say no. And if your no is not respected, you have the right to cut them out of your life because you cannot fix them, and nor should you be expected to. All right. And butterfly kisses. I'm so happy for you, and please keep checking in with us because I worry about people. That's what I do. So, all right. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.
Right.